Sometimes I just be losing my mind. Sometimes I just be lying to be lying. Sometimes I wish I could quit my 9 to 5 and make music from 9 to 9 and have a hell of a time. See, growing up in the
Welcome back to
valley.
another episode of Some Shit to Think About. I'm your host, Anthony Beastie Barron.
Man, and I'm your co-host, Shooter Steve.
And we're so glad to have you all here. We've got a great show for you all. Hope you enjoyed last week's show, talking about, it being a man's world.
No, for sure.
This week, we got some good stuff, man. We're going to be talking about the ego and just, everything about it. I feel like that's a real big topic. So we're going to just get right into it and just have at it, man. So what does the ego mean to you?
It's simple for me, honestly. Ego is just awareness of self, like self-awareness.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, it doesn't get deeper. Like,
just awareness, just understanding who you are.
Quite literally.
I feel that. I could definitely see that. I probably define it a little differently, but it's basically the same concept. Just kind of understanding. I think the ego is more so just understanding, or like the picture, I guess, of yourself that you might paint. That when you wake up, or the persona, I guess, you might put on when you go out into the world. Like the character you kind of build. You know what I mean?
But isn't that just you?
Yeah. No, it is.
Isn't that just yourself though? Like, that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah. No, it is. I feel like we saying the same thing.
Yeah, no, we probably saying the same thing. Yeah, no, you're probably right.
But I definitely wanted to talk about it though, just because I feel like ego kind of gets a lot of hate. It gets a lot of love. I hear a lot of people. I know me personally, I've gotten a lot of people that might be like, you need to calm your ego down. Ego might be a little too big. Or a lot of people, famous psychologists, psychiatrists, philosophers, even talk about, kind of going through ego death and how everybody kind of needs to do that. So I kind of wanted to just talk about that, man, because I feel like the ego is a good topic to talk about. So have you ever heard of ego death?
Well, like, I've heard of it, but I wouldn't say like I know like the exact definition, but I would just assume that it's just like killing, kind of what you were saying, like, I guess the persona that you're putting on, you know what I'm saying, killing that quote unquote character. That's what I would assume it is. Yeah. But I've never looked into it because, I mean, well, no, go ahead. Like what is it then? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's basically the concept of it. It's just kind of going through that realization that you aren't everything you kind of like identify as, or
sure.
Like everything that you think you are, more so than anything else. That, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, you're just a being. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like the rest of us. But it can be a process that kind of shakes a lot of people up. You know what I mean? Like,
in a good way or a bad way?
In a good way, but I mean, it can kind of be bad.
I was gonna say, yeah, I feel like it's more detrimental to anything.
Yeah, kind of going through ego death.
Yeah, bro. Like, well, I feel like ego death shouldn't be a thing at all, though. Like, I don't believe in ego death.
Nah.
No.
You don't think you've been through an ego death?
No.
Yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like, even like as an athlete,
even as an athlete, like, I feel like it wasn't an ego death. It was just I grew more into who I was.
But you don't think you had to kill off the football player Steve?
I don't, bro, because there's like, it's still in me. Like, you hear me all the time talk about competing and just doing like a lot of things. Like, no, like it's still me. Like, and even like with the injuries, because like for those that don't know, you know what I'm saying, I messed my knees up. I couldn't even finish playing. But even with that, man, like the dudes that's still playing, like, ain't no question, man, I'm better than all these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's still in me. Like, but I guess you might say that's my ego talking.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But that's not a bad thing. Like, run the table, step up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not scared of what comes with having some ego. Like, nah. But like, truth be told, like, I just feel like it shouldn't be a thing though, because like, how I feel is like, humans descended onto Earth flawless, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of how I feel. Like, we came into the world as we should be.
Yeah.
So, like, why kill something that is what it should be? Like, I feel like that's more detrimental to the world than anything.
Even when you look at, some, I feel like it's kind of easy to take, like, celebrities, for example, that might have, too big of egos that kind of, like, they just identify with themselves as, just this rock star or just this celebrity, and like that's all they act as, and they're kind of out of touch with the humanistic form of themselves, just the person that they are.
What does that mean though? Like, out of touch? Like, that's what I'm getting at. Like, if they're a rock star and that's how they act, isn't that how they're supposed to act? Like that's what I'm getting at. For example, though, like I feel like when people talk about ego death, though, like I feel like they're just uncomfortable with somebody who has too much awareness of their self. For example, like lack of a better example, but like Kanye West.
Yeah.
I think Kanye West is very self-aware, and I think it rubs everybody the wrong way.
No, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
so you're basically saying like his comfortability with himself and understanding kind of how he operates and what he's kind of put here to do is what kind of rubs people the wrong way.
Absolutely,
basically. Yeah. You don't think he's ever kind of got too caught up into kind of like all like the Hollywood antics and just like being Kanye West?
No,
it's kind of taken away from
the facts that I know, from what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? From what I know,
yeah.
Personally, no. Like I don't think that. Like not at all. Like no. Like I think that's what I'm saying. Like,
so all right. Well, what about the, you know, someone maybe not as big as Kanye West. I don't know anybody in particular, but you know the kid who, you know, from like a small town, right, goes to LA, you know, big dreams to be like an actor or something, right? You know, ends up going through trials, tribulations, becomes an actor, gets, you know, starts getting fame, starts getting notoriety, starts, you know what I'm saying, blowing up, starts living that Hollywood life, and starts kind of living a life that's bigger than, I wouldn't necessarily say bigger than who he is, but you know what I mean, kind of starts getting lost in the sauce, so to speak.
I understand.
Like, you know, and he's kind of living in that ego.
Ego comes with responsibility, though. You know what I mean? So like, don't get me wrong, because I could absolutely see what you're saying. Like, basically, somebody's ego is getting fed too much. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
You don't think that could be like detrimental? Like at some point, he might need to have an ego death to kind of understand. Like, all right, like, yeah, I can still be this big time actor. I can still be this celebrity, whatnot. But at the end of the day, like, I'm just a person, just like everybody else. Like I don't have to act a certain way. I don't have to be.
I feel like
all
it
these
wouldn't.
Different things.
I feel like it wouldn't be an ego death though. I feel like you just realize your real ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, as crazy as that is, like, I know that's probably like, does that sound like we saying one and the same thing? Like, I don't know, like I don't. Ooh.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But like,
I
feel like you have to start acting different once you start getting to different levels, start doing different things. You know what I'm saying? If you from some small town, you go to Hollywood, you blow up. Like, everybody obviously gonna be like, oh, like that's the guy. Like, let's hit him up. Yeah. But like, it's not the same no more. Like, y'all can't just hit me up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even my ego at some points. It's just like, this is the reality of the life, like the business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if I could. You know what I'm saying? Just be the same guy. Like, shit's not the same no more.
No, I hear you. No, I definitely, that's a nice perspective on it. Because, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like personally, I feel like I definitely have had, like, a small ego death, so to speak. Kind of just, like, transitioning through, like, high school to college to, like, or being a college athlete into not being a college athlete.
As somebody who's close to you, I disagree with you.
Really?
I do.
You don't think, that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't think like Mr. Mocha era Beastie didn't have to kind of.
You're the same nigga, bro. You're AB. You changed the name. That's all you did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like.
But I feel like that's what I'm saying. But certain things had to kind of die off though. Like
what, bro? You still taking shirtless pictures out here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Pumping up your chest or whatnot. You still out here. I don't know, just doing like. For those that don't know, Mr. Mocha, I feel like, was kind of like what? Like, not an arrogant type of character, you say, but kind of like somebody who was out there. Yeah. Kind of just like, yeah, I'm that guy. It was a confident Beastie. You know what I'm saying? It was confident you.
For sure.
Like, what's changed?
I feel like it's gotten just more, like, mature. Like, I was like, Mr. Mocha, like, I was like, I literally made that because like my skin tone like mocha, right? And I would be like mocha niggas do it better type shit. You know what I mean? Like fuck light skin, fuck dark skin. Like, get you a mocha nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like even that though, like that's like colorist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's just some young shit. Like, that's fucked up. Like, we all niggas we all black at the end of the day.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? Or just even like that type of stuff. Like, yeah, I be having like my shirt off and stuff. Like now, like taking shirtless pictures and stuff. But like, it's not necessarily like for the attention and shit. Like it's just I just be shirtless, like, and I just, you know what I'm saying, like for motivational purposes type shit. I like looking at it for myself. Back then, I could definitely say like I was doing that shit 1,000% just so other people could, like, you know what I'm saying, say something like, you know, I was trying to get, you know what I'm saying, girls sliding up, all that. But now, like, I don't really care about that.
Care about
like,
none of that.
Like, it might not seem like it, but like to me personally, like that's just kind of how it is. Like now it's just like I like looking back and being like, damn, like I've been in the gym, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing this shit. Like I've been on my like health kick. Like I'm really like doing this shit. And I kind of want to be able to document the process rather than kind of feeding into that Mr. Mocha ego.
So wouldn't you just say that your awareness of self has matured instead of died off and recreated itself?
Shit. Yeah.
That's all I'm getting at. Like so ego death is not this shit. Like that shit is gonna get you back at square one. Like that's what I'm saying. Like an ego death would be good. Like if you don't know who you are. Like that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, and that's where I feel like getting lost in the sauce comes. Because then you know what I'm saying. But you have no awareness of self at that point.
Yeah.
You have no ego. Like no true ego.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the shit that the motherfuckers built up
is what you're living in.
Is what but that's not real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like an ego death is probably, I guess, necessary for somebody who's not living under their true ego.
Yeah.
But if you have that, I'm saying, like that awareness of self, why would you ever do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like we came into this earth, like that's what I'm saying, like unflawed in my opinion. So like if you know who you are, you got that awareness of self, there shouldn't be no reason to kill it. You should only like mature it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Elevate it. Keep having it come to the next level, or just like, you know, evolving. Like your ego should evolve. It shouldn't have to die.
Not for that. Well, okay. Well, like, how do you feel about like even just finding out who you are? Because I feel like a lot of people like today's day and age with with social media being such a big thing and everybody kind of trying to be like somebody else. I feel like it's kind of easy for people to kind of fall into, you know what I'm saying, the illusions that society puts out, and they might not even know who they are, like, ever, really. Like, they might have their whole life to a point been trying to be like, you know, who their parents might have wanted them to be, or who they look up to,
No,
or, you know
for
what
sure.
I'm saying? Like, so how do you even figure out, like what your real ego even is?
That's a good question, man.
I know we didn't talk about that before.
It's all good. It's all good.
Bad, bro.
I feel like this is probably a bad answer, but it's kind of just like a feeling. Like for me, like that's what I'm saying, awareness of self. Like it's not what I do, it's who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where it kind of gets confused. Like a lot of people, you ask who they are, they're gonna tell you what they do.
Yeah, their job.
And that's not who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like your ego is your character. You know what I'm saying?
Like how you act when nobody's watching.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And even when people watching, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I feel like your ego, like, if you learn how to, like, use your ego in your favor, you learn how to, like, love your ego, you take care of your ego, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, what's the book? Like, The Alchemist?
Yeah.
Like, you can alchemize, like, energy into your favor, bro. Like, in a form that's, like, not possible if you don't love the ego.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to kill your ego, you'll never get to a certain level, in my opinion.
So you feel like if you're trying to kill your ego, you're basically holding yourself back.
No, for sure. But damn, that probably didn't answer your question, huh?
Nah. But I mean, I can rephrase it, or I can even like answer it myself. But or like, cause you got a big personality, right?
No, for sure.
Like I feel like you definitely rub a lot of people the wrong way that might not know you.
Yeah, it's not
they
my
might
fault
think,
though.
like, you know what I'm saying? You
Absolutely,
got a big
yeah.
ego type
Yeah,
shit.
man.
But like, how did you like? I don't know if there was necessarily a time period or like a moment, but like when did you kind of realize and accept and understand like who you are as Stephen O'Malley, and like, you know what I'm saying, be able to nurture that ego and be like, all right, like this is me, like I'm a big personality, like you know what I mean?
Honestly, when I was young, like grade school, elementary, but it's just because like people have always kind of gravitated towards me, and I don't say that to sound like cocky,
cool
you know?
guy.
Yeah, nah, not at all. Like I just feel like, I don't know, I'm not somebody who's really worried about, I guess, like the reaction to things. Like I even remember like third grade, for example. Like we were doing like a poetry slam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or it was like you had to snap and everything. It was no clapping. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Quite literally. And everybody was like so nervous to do they poems and whatnot. But like literally, I wasn't nervous, bro. It was like I literally knocked out like 8 of my poems before anybody else went, just because they made me stop.
Yeah.
But like that's what I'm saying though. It's just like I don't like why be scared. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that came from my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love to share this with y'all. Like, I feel like that's kind of like, that's my ego. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm an abundant person. Like, I like to share things. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who I am. But, like.
So, you never, so I guess at a young age, you kind of just realized that, like, other people's, perceptions or reactions from how you are doesn't really affect you.
No, it really did. No, not at all. I tell you, yeah, when I was young, I didn't care. Like, I probably care more now than I did then, but I still don't care too much. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, quite literally, I feel like, but it's just that, like, my people gravitating towards me. I feel like just.
And you just being able to having that awareness to realize that and just kind of be like, oh shit, I'm Stephen O'Malley. Like,
well, like literally, but like yeah, like quite literally though. Like that's just how it's been. But like I've also seen like the influence from people gravitating towards me. You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like there's like a responsibility that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody gonna keep rocking with you if you out here doing something stupid. So I feel like you kind of got to be like head on straight. You know what I'm saying? Moving right, but
being like a real leader.
Yeah, but like I don't know like necessarily. I guess at a young age, like how that helped though, like develop the awareness of self. But it's just like I knew, like I was always doing something right in a sense. Like you know what I'm saying? Like there was something appealing about how I went about my business, even from like a young age.
Yeah.
But like, I would guess like that's what's helped my ego. Like I've always been confident. I've never not been confident. I don't know. Like I feel like people know that though when you walk in the room.
Oh, for sure, they can feel it.
Yeah.
And again, and that even that itself can definitely rub people the wrong way. So I've definitely kind of been in those rooms where you can kind of just feel it.
Yeah.
Like your energy's kind of dominating, and not even in a bad way, but.
Well, not for you.
Yeah.
But that's not your fault either, man. Like, and that's another thing. I feel like awareness of self, man. Like I take a lot of responsibility. I honestly take responsibility for everything in my life. You know what I'm saying? So like, anything that goes good, that's me, and anything that goes bad, that's me. You know what I'm saying? But I think that also probably helps my ego. Like I just take a whole bunch of responsibility for everything. Like there's nothing that's in my life that's not my fault, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like.
So do you feel like to kind of have, or do you? Well, all right. Would you say that you have a big ego?
Yes, I got an ego.
Yeah,
I got a colossal ego.
Okay, so would you say to nurture that big ego that you have to have responsibility for like basically everything in your life? Like there's no like if you don't take responsibility and you have a big ego, like is that kind of where you get lost in the sauce, so to speak, or is that kind of where your ego could be like your downfall? Because a lot of people say like, because like I feel like the people that Kanye West might rub the wrong way, they might be like his ego's too big, like his ego is his downfall basically. And it's like, would you say, not necessarily for Kanye West, because I agree with you personally, but just kind of playing devil's advocate, would you say that like when you have a big ego, but you don't necessarily take responsibility for everything going on in your life, is that kind of when your ego could be your downfall? Or could you have a big ego and not really take responsibility and just kind of just be like YOLO? Like
I feel like you gotta still have a big ego and kind of just not take responsibility,
and it not be like a downfall in your life, like it not necessarily be something that brings you down.
It depends what type of life you live in, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, you go back to my definition of it, awareness of self. Like, if you know, I guess, that you're a bum. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know where the responsibility in being a bum is. Like, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like,
I respect.
But
well, like, all right. Well, like, being somebody that's super confident, like, how can you, like, I wouldn't necessarily say give that confidence to other people, but like, kind of show people how to get that? Because I feel like confidence, like, obviously, like, yeah, like, we think it's it's kind of easy, you know what I'm saying? You're you know what I'm saying? You should love the skin that you're in. You should love, you know what I'm saying, who you are, what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because, you know what I'm saying, you're an amazing individual. But I feel like a lot of people aren't necessarily confident. Like, just like I said, just, you know what I'm saying, with everything, comparing themselves, you know what I'm saying, with all the other people, seeing how everything's going in the world. It's like
Step
dudes
one.
that are,
Step one is to stop comparing yourself.
yeah.
They say comparison is the thief of joy, and it truly is. Like, stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? You live in your life. Can't nobody beat you. You know what I'm saying? You got to do what you do. And if you're not, like, that's what I'm saying, that's detrimental to the world. Like,
Oh yeah.
everybody's here, in my mind, for a purpose.
Yeah.
So that's step one to confidence, is stop comparing yourself. You know what I'm saying? And step two, like, what I do for people, like this probably don't sound like much, but I just be me, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable in my skin, but I think, like, if you're around a lot of people that you see are comfortable being themselves, it's only going to make you being comfortable being yourself. You're going to be like, wow. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, look out, like, how this dude or how this lady dresses. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody dresses like that, but I love the way she dresses. I couldn't dress like that.
Yeah.
But I would love to have, like, my fashion, speak for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how I feel like. It just comes from example. It's like, damn. Like, that's what I'm saying. You go to a party, you see everybody, you know, kind of like gravitating around one person because he's like the life of the party, or she's the life of the party, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like you see that, and it's kind of like you got to take something from it to be like, damn, I want to be the life of the party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that looks like something I would enjoy doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think I could be the life of the party. And you take that and you kind of just do it in your own way. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's kind of how you come into your ego and kind of awareness of self, is you see a lot of things out here in the world that are appealing to you, that you like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that you think is the right way, or just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like you kind of have to adopt that into your own way.
But without comparing, without necessarily saying that, like, they're doing it better than me.
Yeah, no. Yeah, you can't compare. And I feel like even if you do compare, that's what I'm saying, you're doing it better than anybody's doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, I have a fashion brand. Yeah. Like, at first, the brand wasn't even about fashion, but now that it is about fashion, like, my fashion goes harder than anybody else's. There's no question about it.
Yeah.
But, like, that's not to, like, say if I seen somebody else's piece that I think went harder than mine, I'm going to get, like, all sad and shit. I'm going to be like, that's just dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I flip that? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, quite literally, like, because that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see things out here that I like, or that are literally, like, appealing to me, that I idolize or just, like, model myself after, but I make it into my own, like, form. You know what I'm saying? Like, I change it a little bit, or I do this, I do that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just kind of what, lack of a better term, but that's what strokes my ego, man. Like,
yeah.
It's just
most definitely. I mean, I feel like those are good points, man. If anybody out there is kind of struggling with confidence, I feel like if you definitely kind of adopt that those few principles, that you could definitely start feeling a little bit better. Because I definitely I was just kind of thinking about that for myself. Because I would definitely feel like I'm a confident person. I feel like I definitely have a big ego as well.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like I don't know. For me personally, like, there's been points in time where, like, I feel like when you have a big ego and when you are really confident, like, you feel like your light shines bright, so you're gonna kind of let it shine. But sometimes sometimes your light's gonna shine brighter than others, and I feel like it's not necessarily a bad thing. But I feel like for me personally, sometimes I've, like, been in situations where I've kind of, like, felt bad and been like maybe not, like, maybe I should kind of chill out. Like, I don't want this person to feel, you know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, like, no. You can't do that. That's what I'm saying. That's detrimental to the world.
Yeah.
Like, that's conforming yourself for the comfort of somebody else. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Like, ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, let that person feel uncomfortable. Fuck it. Like, as bad as that sounds, like, it's like for an example, though. This is a bad example. But, like, black people.
Yeah.
I know all of us have probably gone in somewhere where there wasn't too many other black people, and everybody was either looking at you crazy,
yeah,
or, like, kind of, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Could you be less black in that moment to make those people feel comfortable? And should you, if you could? That's the real question. No.
Nah.
Exactly, nah. So why would you change, that's what I'm saying, who you are, or, like, in a moment of anything to make somebody else feel more comfortable? That's not it.
No, I agree.
And
I feel you.
You should never conform, that's what I'm saying, your ego, your personality, your goals, none of that for the comfort of anybody else. Like, if it's making somebody else feel uncomfortable, that's on them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with you.
I feel that. Well, all right. Like, what about in like a team sense though? Like, if you're ever a part of like an organization or like a sports team or whatnot, like, do you ever like you don't think egos can kind of get in the way?
They
like,
can.
Everybody kind of wanting to be that guy or that, you know what I'm saying, that girl, that person with.
I think they can, absolutely. But at that point, I feel like
is that dimming your? That's what I'm saying. Is that dimming your light? You know what I'm saying? Is that, you know, kind of tampering things down for the betterment of everybody else?
No. I still say no. Like,
because I just feel like, well, when you kind of brought up black people, I feel like something that kind of like hurts us as a culture. I feel like is everybody kind of has like egos in a sense, which isn't bad, but like in terms of kind of like getting things done, I feel like everybody kind of wants to be like
the man,
the
guy.
You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna put up the bread, like I'm gonna have, like this is gonna be my face on this project, on this, you know what I'm saying, organization. It's gonna be my shit, and everybody else is gonna like you can be a part of it, but like, everybody gonna know it's my shit, and people are like, well, like fuck that, like it could be all of ours, but I'm not just gonna work for you type. You know what I mean? Like, you don't think ego in that sense is kind of like a little detrimental? Like it can kind of get in the way of like progress because everybody has, you know what I'm saying, such a big ego, such a big light, and wants to, you know what I'm saying, let that shit shine.
Nah, you right. I think you're onto something. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that being detrimental. Just a whole bunch of It's like if you had like the best player on the team that everybody else want to take the last shot, and then you decide to take the last shot. It's like, yo.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Literally.
Like what we doing?
Especially if you don't make it.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I could see that happening for sure.
So like, I don't necessarily know the answer to this myself. But like, is there a way that you can kind of like mix that though? Like just in the sense of like, because I always think about. We've kind of maybe alluded to this a little bit. We probably talked about it more off camera, but just like leadership in the black culture, like and being like a leader, somebody that kind of exemplifies, you know, like a unity for the people, and somebody that's like a good role model or whatnot. Like, is that possible? Like I'm saying, like, I don't know. Is that kind of like possible to do that? Because it takes a team. Like you're gonna have to have followers. You're gonna have to have people like behind you, back you.
Yeah. Like,
is that possible to do with like a big ego? Because I feel like people aren't gonna want to get back with that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of
What do you mean? No. What you mean?
Well, like, all right, like if I want to be like a leader in the culture, like a prominent figure, and I just, you know, I got a lot of money. I want to start, you know, foundations, like, or start schools. You know what I'm saying? That might be kind of like what you kind of got going on. Like that might help start educating the people and start just like liberating us, giving us the tools for that.
No, for sure.
But I'm not getting a lot of backing because people are kind of like, that shit's dope, but like who's this guy? You know what I mean? Like, is it like, I don't know. I feel like to a sense you kind of have to like be a little like,
it's gotta be undeniable, man.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Who's this guy? Shit, you about to find out. You know what I'm saying? Who's this guy?
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Next week, they're gonna be like, oh, that's Stephen O'Malley. Like, that's that guy. Yeah, that's who. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel like, I don't know, like in the sense of that, like if you don't like, I guess, necessarily my direction, or you're like, who's this guy? Go do it yourself.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna take away from you if you don't like how I'm doing it. Like, as long as you're trying to, I guess, propel, and that's what I'm saying, like, help, you know what I'm saying, the community.
Forward, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? But if you're trying to, like, take away from the community, I feel like then that's different, you know what I'm saying? But I couldn't, like, be mad at somebody for disagreeing with me, I guess. But, like, if you're going to go do the same thing I'm doing just because you don't like who I am, then I feel like that just, like, it's like, all right, well.
That's that ego shit.
Yeah, that's definitely. But, like.
No, I hear you. No,
I don't know. That could be detrimental. It could be.
I mean, I feel like it's like you said, though. I feel like your definition is pretty on point. Just having that self-awareness, just understanding who you are, understanding, like, everything that you're about, and just understanding, like, how your ego kind of fits into everything in the world is kind of a good way to kind of look at the ego. Because I definitely agree with you. I feel like ego is definitely a good thing. I just wanted to kind of, you know, go back and forth, you know, for the people that might not agree with it, because I know a lot of people might not. But I think that was a good show. I think that was a lot of shit for people to think about.
Man, yeah, y'all gotta tell us y'all's definition of ego in the comments, man.
Yes, please let us
Need
know.
that.
You know, shout out to ZOS Company.
Shout out to the ZOS Company, man. We ain't getting no guesses.
None, zero.
Man, y'all don't want no free merch, man.
Slacking.
What's up, man?
Hey, go follow us on social medias. It'll be in the description. Yeah, man. Go follow us on social medias. Make sure you guess what ZOS means. I don't think you guys are realizing how big of an opportunity that you're missing out on. Part of me wishes I didn't know what it meant just so I could enter and potentially win all this stuff, because there's a lot of great things going on.
Oh, for sure.
So definitely guess what ZOS means, man, in the comments, or reach out to us on social media. Definitely let us know what you think about ego, your definition, whether you think it's good or bad, how it kind of plays a role in society. And just let us know if you feeling it, man. If this is some valuable shit to think about. We're always looking for ways to improve, ways to get better, and just ways to deliver valuable content for the people, for anybody that wants to consume it. So we appreciate you guys for listening, for watching, for tapping in. Make sure you go check out my website, beastiebrand.com. Go cop Unlocking the God Within You if you want to read some real great content about.
Phenomenal book, man. 15 beans, man. Think about all the things y'all spend $15 on, bro.
Like, yeah, that's not.
If you want, that's what I'm saying. $15 worth what? How much game you say is in the $15 worth? You know what I'm saying?
I personally think it's life changing. I mean, people have said it's life changing. I think it's stuff that that you can reference from here on out. You know, so you can always kind of come back to wherever you at in life, man. It's definitely worth the 15. It should be worth a little bit more, but 15 is definitely fair. Go tap in, check it out. Let me know what you think, man. And I want y'all to, you know, keep being beastie, man. Keep being great, and keep tapping in.
So follow.
Yeah, follow me on social media at Beastie Baron,
yes,
BEASTY BARRON, on all social medias.
And follow me at Shooter Steve. It's SHOOOTA STEVE on all platforms. You know, I'm gonna make sure, yeah, all platforms.
Yeah, because we just kicking dope content out, man. Not too many as real as us. Not too many doing what we doing. And like I said, we always trying to elevate and just make everything around us better, man. And just keep going. So we appreciate you guys for tapping in. Let us know what you think. Let us know how you feeling. And keep being great, man. I hope this was some good shit for y'all to think about. Peace.
All the money you make, it don't matter. All the bitches you with, they don't matter. All the chains on your neck, it don't matter. And that watch on your wrist, it don't matter at all.